And good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Ralph Report Wrestling Edition Raw Post Show. And we're here in Studio B here at Studios 10 in Berlin, Maryland. And I want to welcome you to the program tonight. Kind of a boring Raw, but I want to say my name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the Ralph Report Wrestling Edition Raw Post Show. Yeah, what do you want to talk about tonight? And let me talk to you. I am the revolutionary. I am the visionary. I am Ralph Williams. Acknowledge me. All right. Comment section's wide open tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Please help me out. I need 45. I repeat, 45 more to get to 2,500. So help me get there. I need 45 more as well. Also, if you're interested in any sponsorship advertising, check out the ticker take on the bottom. We also have a QR code at the top as well, so you can participate in the show that way. Any RW Media Production show, you can participate in that way tonight. All right, not a really interesting Raw tonight. Kind of boring, but they had the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring matches. A lot of talking, and that's been going on lately since these wrestlers got cut. It's been a lot of this talking going on, a lot of this, and not a lot of wrestling. And it's getting kind of old with the WWE, I think. So, I mean, we have to actually look at that. The notes that I have tonight, the Bloodline spoke, came out, acknowledged me, did their thing, like I always do, acknowledge me, all right? And so, they came out, did their thing. And then LA Knight came out. And he started talking about the Bloodline. So then Jimmy Uso come out because Roman told him to take care of LA Knight. Then Jey Uso comes out, and then they end up ganging up on LA Knight. And then the werewolf got released. Jacob Fatu comes out, and what's he do? He gives him the grip in the throat, the Samoan deadlock. Okay. And then before that, they were out there, and one of the superstars that's involved in that was sitting in the stands. He's a Netflix guy. Has a show on Netflix. He touched Jacob's new necklace that he got. I guess it's like a Ula Fala kind of thing. And Jacob got mad, pulled him, threw him in the ring, and beat the crap out of him. I mean, it was just literally dove off the top rope and everything else. So, but the Tongan Death Grip, that's what it's called, Tongan Death Grip. All right, so that happened tonight, and just a bunch of that stuff going on. Braun Breaker came out or was on talking about Seth Rollins, about how he's the new future Seth Rollins. He's going to do this, and this. That happened. And then later on, Javon Evans come out. He was talking about his match Friday night with Jey Uso. And what happened was the Vision came out. And, they can't quit sticking their nose in it. And then all of a sudden, Logan Paul's back. And, I want to say something about Logan Paul. Here we go again. All you people out there, you listen to Logan Paul. If Logan Paul told you to jump off a bridge, you jump off a bridge. Logan Paul is nothing but a liar and no good idiot. Okay? He come out tonight. He has his hand or his arm all because of that tricep or whatever injury he has. Okay, and he come out tonight, and he's on the sidelines there with that cast, and he lied. He told everybody, and I have his podcast. I should have recorded it. I should have downloaded it. And I quote, "I'm never coming back to the WWE. I'm done." He lied. He lied. And you stick up for this guy, and you subscribe to his channels, and you do this, this, and this. He lied. And I'm exposing him tonight because he lied. Okay? The bottom line is he lied. But you out there, you subscribe to his channel, you watch his podcasts, you think he's the best thing since sliced bread. More power to you. And I think he's a moron and an idiot. All right. So, but that's me. All right. So take it for what it is. All right. And Javon Evans won by disqualification. They had a match. It was between Javon Evans and Austin Theory. And then he was getting beat up by the Vision, and then the Street Profits came out. So not a lot of matches tonight, just a few, but we'll get into those in a minute. But also, and then Braun Breaker came out, and he had to spear him and do all this other crap that he was doing, Braun Breaker. But then the Street Profits came out, and it was, like I said, it really wasn't all that great today. It was kind of boring. But anyway, the matches tonight, Io Sky, she beat Raquel Rodriguez. I actually was quite surprised. I thought Rodriguez was going to win that. I actually wanted her to win that so that there's turmoil in the Judgment Day. I love turmoil in the Judgment Day. But it didn't happen that way. Raquel lost. Okay. So, and then, of course, Liv Morgan was out there. She was out there with Roxanne Perez, who was fighting Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair ended up beating her. And so, so Judgment Day, not having a good night, because I'm going to tell you what's coming up later. Chad Gable beat Rusev. And then, of course, Ethan Page had to come out and get involved. And then Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio came out to help him. So that all went on, because of the favor that he did for them last week. All right. So it just was kind of, to me, it was kind of uneventful. They didn't have that much going on. They only had 1, 2, 3, 4 matches, maybe. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. And it was all this the whole night. Okay. That's why SmackDown's going back to 2 hours, because of this. They do too much of flapping of the gums and not enough wrestling. One thing I got to give AEW credit for, though, is that they do a lot more wrestling. MLW does a lot more wrestling because they only have X amount of time. And TNA does that too. TNA don't do a lot of talking. They do a lot of wrestling. But TNA has 2 hours now. Okay, when they were on that streaming service that they were on, okay, TNA, they only had 1 hour. Now they got 2 on A&E. So they can do anything they want for 2 hours. 2 hours is nice. 1 hour, all right. But anyway, then the match of the night. The match of the night. Yes, indeed. And I got to give this to Obafemi. You know why I got to give it to Obafemi? Because I'll tell you why. Because Obafemi beat Dom Mysterio. Dom Mysterio tried to play his little games. His little going in and out of the ring and doing all this other retarded stuff. But guess what? He lost. So he's no longer involved in King of the Ring. So there you go. All right. There you are. So that's for Dom Mysterio. All right. Just want to let you know that as well. All right. So Dom Mysterio loses to Obafemi. That was the best match of the night because, Io Sky beating Raquel wasn't a bad match. Charlotte versus Roxanne Perez. And I mean, it was like I said, the show was not all that great tonight. I just wasn't very pleased with it, at all, because, it was just one of those nights. I mean, it was, boring, and the SmackDown's getting that way too. It's just too much of this, and I want to see matches, man. I mean, it's okay to do a lot of that, but you want to see matches. You don't want to see just all that, and especially if you spend money to go to these events and you pay all that money to go to it to one just to see this and pay hundreds of dollars to sit in the front row, and then all of a sudden, here we are. And it was just crazy tonight. It was just one of those nights where it was in Baltimore, nearby here, because we're in Studios 10 here in Berlin, Maryland, and Studio B tonight, all right, as we usually are for our Raw and SmackDown post shows. So, all right, we have some announcements to make, and then we're going to wrap it up here as we always do. We always have some announcements to make. So let's get into that. No, I don't want to do that. All right, there we go. All right, let's get this show on the road here a little bit. All right, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Wednesday, 3 to 4 p.m., the Ralph Williams Show. Here it is. Get it going. There we go. Come on. All right, that's Wednesday, every Wednesday, 3 to 4 p.m., the Ralph Williams Show, 860 a.m., WWDB in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Yes, indeed. And I get some brotherly love every Wednesday, and I love every minute of it. All right, don't forget 7:30 Wednesday night. Here we go, 7:30 Wednesday night. Don't forget about... All right, that's the Ralph's Opinion Show every single Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. And then at 9 o'clock, I join Luther Dupree, Claudia Rosano, Smoke and Jim Frazier, and Fillmore and Big Rome in the Steel City Sports World Show at 9 o'clock. And we're live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick platforms. Those are our 6 platforms that we're on every single night. We're on those platforms, all right? We're on 5 platforms, but I have 2 Facebook channels, 2 Facebook pages. I'm on my Sports Corner one, and I'm also on my regular Facebook page, my usual one. All right, let's take a look at that, by the way, our Facebook page. Let's see if we have anybody on Facebook that's chiming in here a little bit before we get back to some more announcements. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, let's take a look. We are live and dangerously local, as they say. All right, let's take a look at this here. Nope, we don't seem to be live here for some strange reason. I don't know why, but we're not. All right, but let's go into the other. There we go. See where we're at on this one. No, we're not live there either. Oh, here we are. Yeah, we are. We're live on the Sports Corner one. There we go. All right. There's no one on the Sports Corner Facebook page at this point, but we'll be getting back to that in a few minutes. So just to let everyone know. All right. Okay. Let's get back into our announcements here tonight. All right. We also don't forget tomorrow. That's Wednesday. And then don't forget on Saturday and every Saturday morning, starting at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., the 93.5 The Beach down here in the Delmarva region, the Ralph Williams Show. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to beat up Rick Meehan a little bit here. He's playing with God's house. I don't like it. I don't like what he's doing. So we're going to talk about that. And we got a whole lot more to talk about, too. Another experience with me at Tidal Health at their hospital. We'll talk about that as well. So that's Saturday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., the Ralph Williams Show, 93.5 The Beach. As well. And then don't forget, every single Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Ralph Williams Show. All right, the Ralph Williams Show every single Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 12:50 a.m. The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial, and theanswerpgh.com. Also, earlier tonight, I put up my Ralph Report. I meant to put it up this afternoon. I got into some other stuff going on around here, and I just didn't get a chance to upload it, but it's uploaded now, so check it out as well. A lot of key information on the Ralph Report as well. And then don't forget, at 10 a.m., don't forget about the Saturday Sports Blast show with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports. Also, Brian Pettit and Leo Haggerty. Saturday Sports Blast, 10 a.m. live on our social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network as well. All right, so don't forget about that. And also, don't forget about the from 2 to 3 p.m. on Saturday, the Sports Corner Radio Show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree, every Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m., 12:50 a.m. The Answer 92.5 on the FM dial, and theanswerpgh.com. So we will have Ray Fittipaldo on with us, and Leroy Johnson, the head coach of the Amani Christian High School football team in Pittsburgh. We're going to have, that's going to be an interesting conversation. Ray's going to be on, talk with us about the Pittsburgh Steelers and what's going on with them as well. All right, let's get into, I know this is wrestling, but we're going to wrap it up here. Right now, it's the Sacramento A's 5, the Pirates 1 in the 5th inning. Of course, we knew that was going to happen today or tonight with this thing here. The Pirates have been they're still at 500, but they've been stinking up the joint lately. So, but we'll talk about that some other time. Don't worry, we got some more coming. Sports editions of the Ralph Report, and then also don't forget about all the shows I just mentioned as well, radio and online. And please, at the bottom of Ticker Take, you're interested in some advertising, sponsorship advertising. I have podcasts. I have the website, www.rwmediaproductions.com, and I also have my radio shows. So you get all three of those things in one price, and prices are very affordable. So check out the Ticker Take at the bottom there. Also, RalphWilliams737@gmail.com if you have any comments that you want to talk about or anything that is on your mind. Maybe you didn't like the show. Maybe you think you don't like what I have to say. No, that's fine. You have a right to your opinion, and I do respect your opinion. So there you go. All right. Until next time, have yourself a great one. Don't forget Friday night right after SmackDown, the SmackDown post show as well. Yeah, I like that one there. There you go. Pizza Ninja. Do you smell what Ralph is cooking? Yeah. Thank you for that. I'm going to use that next. I love it. Do you smell what Ralph is cooking? Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, Ninja. You just made my night because I'm getting ready to go off the air. But, the Raw post show. And don't forget Friday night's post show for SmackDown. We will be here immediately following SmackDown at 11:15. So make sure that you tune into that. And Cody Rhodes versus Gunther with Sami Zayn as the guest referee. They also have Jey Uso versus Javon Evans. Now, I don't know, after Javon Evans kind of got beat up tonight, I don't know if he's going to be clear to wrestle, but we'll find out. Obafemi moves on, as I mentioned earlier, and we're going to find out what's going to happen between all of them. And Oba's already saying he's going to be king, so we'll see what he does there as well. I am the revolutionary. I am the visionary. I am Ralph Williams, and don't forget RWB, the Productions programming. Don't forget also to tune into my media partners, Pensman Sports. He has Yankee games that he does, and does several other things on his channel. And also don't forget Sports Break Media with Brian Pettit. Also, Brian, there you go, right there. If I can get it, there it goes. Sports Break Media with Brian Pettit. Don't forget to tune into him as well. I'm Ralph Williams. Acknowledge me. And until next time, have yourself a great one. And please, by all means, please be safe. Thank you.